$55.
Super frickin' loud right there. Yep, ready to
Fair
slurp.
warning.
Ready to slurp and glurp. Welcome in, Odin. In bed, ready
Next
for the
lot.
slurp and glurp. Ready for the llama lick.
$60.
Glad you could make it. Glad you could make it.
Fair warning.
Whew, that's like right on the buzzer right there. Oh my god.
$90.
Welcome, welcome, welcome. Another Tuesday is upon us. Welcome, 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 welcome. I went to the gym before the stream today.
Fair warning.
Which is why I'm cutting her a little close here.
Next
Cutting
lot.
it a little close. Are we even live? Is it all working?
$28.
Analytics. Doesn't look good. Stream health. Excellent. Looks like it's okay. I think so. I think we're good.
Next lot.
I think we're good. Welcome in, everybody.
$24.
Oh. It is 6 p.m. sharp right now, Odin. 6 p.m. sharp. You bought 20 plus Japanese games in your honor? Oh, MBR resells. You're doing the volume good.
$10.
You're doing the volume. I read your comment, Game Gallery. You're doing the market good, MBR
Fair
resells.
warning.
We need the Japanese pump to come in hard. And the Japanese pump comes to a head. Is the volume low? I think everything's okay. I think all the volume's good. But the Japanese pump comes to an end on the 12th, the 19th. On the 19th, I think? On the 19th, I believe? No, it hasn't, Sejiro. I didn't send it out yet. Didn't send it out yet. I haven't sent out a lot of Japanese stuff, to be honest. There's not a lot of stuff that I want to sell immediately. So, like, if you guys didn't see, this is, like, you know, unrelated to everything, but Wada Games is doing 10% off today until midnight. Yo, Gregory Gustav. Welcome, welcome. It has been a while. Wada Games is doing 10% off until midnight, and CGC is doing $10 off, which is 25% off, and that runs, I believe, until the end of October. So you can submit with Wada right now for $45, or you can submit with CGC for $30 right now. Pretty darn good, honestly. That's pretty darn good. That's a quicker turnaround time with CGC as well, so something to consider there if you've been waiting to get some stuff graded. We did get some discounts today. 10% with WADA, $10 off with CGC. Not too shabby, not too shabby at all. Well, I don't have the coupon codes. If you want the code, you'll have to go to their Instagram page, whatever. Or in the Discord. If you're not in the Discord, join the Discord, link in the description. But you can find the codes for the discounts in there. About time we got a discount, though. And on that note, I guess...
Fair warning.
Oh, jeez, I'm like still sweating. Literally, I walked in the door like 20 minutes ago from the gym. Wolfed down a frickin' noodle bowl. It's like a noodle. It's like a cup of noodles that has 20 grams of protein in it. Chef Wu, I believe, is the name of it. Chef Wu noodles. I don't know. It's like a Mr. Noodles, but there's 20 grams of protein. So I wolfed that down, and here I am.
$42.
And NES starts now. Little bit of Atari today, back into NES. We also have another 3-screw Donkey Kong. I remember some of you guys said that 3-screw Donkey Kong is actually rare. So here you go. Just sold for $70. So if you missed out on the one last week, hopefully you got this one this week. Baseball 8.0 here, 7.0 box on that. That's a hang tab copy for $149. Here's the Flintstones. Rescue of Dino and Hoppy, 7.5 box, 8.0 overall on it. Looking for $69 only. Might be a good deal here already on Flintstones to start off the day. But welcome in here. Cambrook, Kettle, Comac, Bird Dog, Odin, Expensive Hardboard, Renex, Machina, Seth, Super Junk, HC. Appreciate you guys being here. Joseph, Leo. Welcome, welcome, welcome. House the Moose. You won the pole position 9.0 for $24. Oh, 51.
$18.
51 after the BP there, but yeah, $51 even still. 9.0 pole position. Really cool Atari game. I've played a lot of pole position in my life. Flintstones went for $67. Dare I say that's an even better deal than the pole position. Coming into Galactic Crusader, 8.5 overall, 759494. Oof. Not an easy NES game here
Fair
with
warning.
Galactic Crusader. Is it gonna? I'll have to toss a bid here. My gosh,
$28.
we're looking at $57.
$30.
You picked up a rare 5-screw first
You've
print
been
gold Zelda
outbid.
card for $80.
$32.
Just wonder if you think I overpaid.
$34.
It just depends the condition, White Wolf. Like first edition Zelda cards are very they're very condition
$38.
dependent. Like I sold my CGC 9.0 for like $350 US. So if the
$40.
cartridge is very nice,
$42.
you didn't pay too much. If your
$44.
cartridge is kind of shitty,
$46.
you know, it's probably not great then. No, I know so many rare NES CIBs showing up in the weeklies. I agree, Seth. Condition
$48.
isn't like, you know, this is an 8.5
$50.
overall with a 9.4 cart, 9.4 manual. Like, I mean, if we're talking boxes only, yes, a lot of them are
$55.
7.0, 7.5 boxes. All three of these here are 7.0, 7.5. Gyromite's an 8.5 hang tab here,
Fair
but
warning.
yeah, boxes are a little bit rough,
65,
but the components on these are
$70,
generally very
$80.
nice. So if you can just upgrade the box, I mean, you're doing pretty darn good.
$85.
Super Junk, feeling like the entire
$90.
hobby is dead right now? I mean, that's part of why the discount feels so nice,
$100.
right? Like, and that, the big topic here I want to talk about is I talked with another guy
Fair warning.
who is really deep into the card world. We had a nice little Patreon call
Next
yesterday, because I do that for the nice Patreon members there at the high
$34.
tier. But we were talking about, like, the viability long term of video
$38.
game grading. Because, frankly, there are only so many
Fair
vintage
warning.
sealed games that are going to be worth grading.
Next
Like,
lot.
that does have a pretty finite supply, I would say. From NES up to N64, especially if we do the cardboard era. But even going into GameCube and stuff, like, a lot of the stuff simply isn't valuable enough to get graded.
$44.
Which a factor of this, how many games are worth grading, right? When will we run out of games to grade? As it stands right now, even at
Fair
the,
warning.
like right now, before the discount, right? $40 CGC, $50 WADA.
Next lot.
That's a fuck ton. Like, that is a very high cost of entry to
$28.
grade stuff. $40, $50.
$30.
So, yo, Steve Craig Retro Games. Hope you're doing well, dude. So if we talk about
$32.
the minimum cost to, like,
$34.
if you buy something and grade it, it has to be worth at least
$38,
$50, $60, $70,
Aren't
$80,
games dead,
right?
Greg? Dead.
HC with the $1.99. Aren't games dead, Greg? Yes.
$42.
No doubt.
$44.
So, just with the high cost of grading and through 2018 through
$46,
2022, with how
$48.
much stuff has already been graded, I mean, I think there's... Isn't the NES count
$50,
13,000 at this point?
$55.
I think. 13,000
$60,
graded NES games already, like 4,000 SNES, 3 or 4,000 N64. No, it's not a bad idea to grade it
Fair
if it smells musty. I don't think the smell
$70
would take it down
$70,
esoteric. I don't think they would even dock for that. If it's
$90.
smoke smell, they might, but I don't think musty would get you a negative or anything.
$110,
Yes, Daniel Freeman, the video is up of my NES collection sales. Sold off like 200 games. I think I'm down to 100 now, give or take. Around 100, maybe a bit more than 100. There are CGC comics with 13,000 of a single title. Yes.
Fair warning.
That's going to the size of the hobby in general.
Next lot.
Rick, with like factory sealed, we simply
$160.
won't have population counts that high. It won't happen, right? So
Fair
the
warning.
inverse or the companion, I guess, that would have to happen is
Next lot.
CIB grading would really have to become popular.
$34.
Which would in turn, like prices on everything would have to go up, right?
$38.
As it stands, like I said, just
$42.
costing 40, 50, 60, 70 bucks after shipping to grade a single game. Most games are eliminated from grading
$55,
potential.
$60.
Here's Last Action Hero. Again, 6.0 box with a 9.6 cart,
65,
9.4
$70.
manual. So beautiful
$70,
components in here. You just have to upgrade the box.
$90. $95.
Like the vast majority of stuff is disqualified, if you will,
$100.
from being graded.
$110.
And then with very new games, like Switch games, PS5, Xbox One, whatever, grading them, I don't know if that'll ever be super popular, to be honest. Like grading the modern gen stuff.
$100.
And if we go over to comics or cards, Like, a lot of those hobbies are kept alive or kept... Like, there's continued interest in those hobbies because there's continually new sets being released, new speculation, new stuff to chase, new stuff to grade. And the cost of grading itself is like $10 with CGC, $15 with PSA.
$200.
And that's a stark contrast from $40 with CGC here, right? That's 4 times as expensive to grade a game, or 3 times as expensive to grade with the PSA equivalent, which is WADA. Like 3.5 times more expensive for a game. And frankly, your average game just doesn't have that kind of value to justify the grading cost, in my opinion, as to what we're seeing with the market dynamics now. Now, it's not that obviously like grading games and stuff. Like, we have years to go, right? There's still going to be people finding games. There's still going to be people doing it. But I'm sure that most people in this chat right now, most people that follow this market, have pulled back from how much they were grading. I would, like, guarantee almost any kind of money. I would almost bet any amount of money that numbers of games being graded are way down. The reason VGA never got FOMO is because there's not enough games to grade... Who graded 85 plus, and they didn't manipulate the market. WADA was never worth 27 mil.
$120.
I'm not sure what you're saying there, S-Block. Figure out CGC VHS grading. It's not backlog, but they have 50-day turnaround time. Yeah, like VHS is an even better example of what I'm kind of saying with finite supply. Like, VHS isn't even produced anymore, right? So VHS grading, it's literally what exists right now. There will never be any more VHS that will be graded than what exists right now. And for the longevity of a hobby, the fact that, like, you know, say 10 years from now, there's going to be a lot of the current supply of worthwhile titles already graded of VHS. And after that point, what does the hobby kind of do? Does that make sense?
$48.
Moon Ranger here is another pretty rare unlicensed game. 6.5 overall, 6.0 box, 7.5 carton, a 6.5 manual. I'll even toss a bid there at under $100.
$60.
We had Magic of Shirazade there, $169 for 9.2. Legendary Wings went for $204. That's a 9.0A. Spanish Zelda was a 9.2 for $139. Last Action Hero CIB for $228. John Elway, 9.4A for $180. Not too shabby on prices tonight. There are some decent games at decent prices. Pick up an old Beckett versus today. 99% of players went to 0. Well, yeah, and I mean, those companies stay going hard, right? Like, a lot of the card companies and even the viability of these companies existing, because, like, let's just say we want WADA, CGC, all these companies to continue grading video games for the next 5 to 10 years, right? I assume most of us want that to continue existing. The amount of volume they would have to take in has to justify their existence.
$7.
So if there aren't a lot of brand new games being graded,
$14.
and the supply of existing games is dwindling every time another one gets graded,
$18.
then the viability or feasibility of the company even existing
$20.
to grade enough stuff to justify existing goes down.
$24.
When it comes to, like, comics, cards, all that stuff, like I said, there's always brand new shit coming in, and the speculation or grading side of trading cards especially, right? Like Pokemon sports cards, any other TCG. Like, people send in thousands upon thousands upon thousands of brand new sets, brand new cards.
$34.
There's always a continual supply to justify the existence of those companies. The supply, essentially, of trading cards is infinite.
$38.
Now, of course, with games, I guess we can make that same argument that, yeah, there are new games being printed, right? Tears of the Kingdom, that's a brand new game got printed. People are going to be submitting it. But, like I said, I just don't know how... One, popular. Two, viable with how much it simply costs to get something graded.
Next, $40. Previous lot reopened.
Like, who wants to send in their Tears of the Kingdom when the game costs $50 And after grading fees, it's going to be another $50, $60. It's just not worth it. There's nothing there.
Fair warning.
And if it did become really popular,
$44.
the conditional nuance of it is,
$46.
the same as grading brand new stuff.
$48. $50.
PAL market still needs to get involved. Sure, and that's a point there too, Cambrook, right? We talk about the PAL market, Japanese market, other regions, which I think is why people are seeing some excitement with Japanese games or with PC
Fair
games
warning.
there, because it is something different. It's something a little more,
Next lot.
or a little less ran through.
$12.
There's more supply potentially,
$14.
but you can see that like there's already pivots taking place to other regions. Like, we're not pivoting to a different console. We're pivoting to other region releases. And we've only been in like a 4 or 5 year boom here of video game stuff.
$28.
Not to be doom and gloom, right? That's not my point here. But I just want to raise the point of, what do you guys think about this? What do you think about the longevity of grading video games, VHS, stuff that doesn't necessarily have, infinite supply
Fair
of people
warning.
going to be sending in stuff?
$40.
Where do you get DVDs and Blu-rays graded? I don't know, Medicine Man. Can't you Google that? Like AMG, maybe?
Fair
Steve
warning.
Aoki, is he doing those? IGS, maybe? Who grades
$42.
Who grades Blu-rays and DVDs right now? I'm sure one of those home media companies do. I just don't know which one.
Fair warning. Next lot.
Only if there was some company that had
$20.
CGC grading numbers. Well, yeah, we do have them. We do have them, of course. Of course. Gamerstonks.com, right? If you don't know, you can check out the unofficial
$22.
population reports over here
$24.
for CGC, and you can even look at the number of Switch games they have graded with CGC games. That's at gamerstonks.com there.
$26.
You just click on the CGC tab,
$28.
and would you look at that?
$30.
You can browse how many Switch games have been graded here
$34.
with CGC.
$36.
And this was just updated like last week, I believe. So here's Metroid Prime Remastered, right?
$50.
With CGC. This is a brand new game, popular game. People liked it. It even had a little bit of like a rarity scare to it. We got 72 of those, 64 Metroid Dreads. Super Mario Bros. U Deluxe had 60 cent in. Brilliant Diamond is up to 105. Arceus is up to 104. Shining Pearl 102. So people are definitely doing it, right? There are people sending in Switch stuff. 3D All-Stars 106, Odyssey 125. Breath of the Wild 238, Tears of the Kingdom 229. But like we're talking 200. Like 200 isn't good. 200 isn't a lot. Like that's a very small number. Here's Super Mario Bros. It's an 8.0 CIB, but it has the incorrect manual. That's why you see the green label up there. 7.5 box, 7.5 cart, 9.0 manual. Like simply grading the Switch games isn't feasible. Like there's zero value in it. Are there 100 people who want to Switch Pokemon game graded? Exactly. Exactly. So, I mean, a lot of that grading is going to be dealers with total number of sealed, Grego. Only sealed.
Fair warning.
That's just the factory sealed pop report there.
Next
Thoughts
lot.
on grading CIB versus sealed? It's almost always more worth it to grade sealed, but there's a lot of CIB that's worth it as well, for sure. If you have expensive CIB, it's fully worth it. But like, here's Sky Shark 9.6, only going for $94. Here's a 9.4 CIB Shingen the Ruler, $69. 9.0 Roller Games, $84. Like a lot of CIB stuff isn't going to be worth it. This Moon Ranger for $109, that feels like a huge deal there. Isn't the cartridge over $109? Mario Bros. $456 there, even for that. Here's Tag and Dragon, another unlicensed 7.0 here. Bunch Games unlicensed.
$60. $65.
You still wonder how grading is profitable.
$70.
VHS is negative nostalgia. If you like collecting for collecting, who cares? But if you like collecting for investments, then things might not be fun. Yeah, it just, like, it's both, A lot of people, I think, like to play the market as well when collecting seriously. Like the market fluctuations, what the market does. That's like
$80.
a meta game of collecting. And some people really like that metagame, right? Like, I love playing the market meta of collecting. It makes collecting itself more fun. Some people hate it, and they just want to do the collecting. They don't ever want to think about value. But it's kind of like the game within the game for myself. There's, 100,000 graded items in the entire hobby across all companies? Even if they were collecting $100 an item, that's not really big business, especially spread over many years. Yes. And that's what I mean about the viability or the feasibility of them even continuing to exist for 5 to 10 years. You have the monthly numbers for CGC. In June, they graded 1,400 games. In July, CGC graded 2,300 games. August, 1,400. September, 1,400. 1,400 submissions at CGC. That's everything, right, Timothy? That's not just one console. That's all consoles. Total number of games submitted to CGC in that month. Yeah, so they're getting about 1,500 games a month at CGC.
Next lot.
1,500 games a month.
$120.
It's just not a lot. It's just not a lot.
$150.
Tag and Dragon goes for $129. That's 70 games a day. 70 games a day. If a company...
$160.
If I told you CGC is grading 70 games a day, like they're a dead company, right? Like that's not... That's a dead company, is it not? 70 games a day?
Fair warning.
That's a company that doesn't need to exist. That can't continue to exist, I would assume.
Fair warning.
Yeah, only sealed.
Are
Only
you
sealed.
into
That's true.
CGC
That's true.
graded
Only sealed.
comics?
That's true. Captus, I am not into graded comics, no.
Fair warning.
I've never been a comic guy. I have very little interest or nostalgia
Next
or,
lot.
like, no. I've never been into comics.
$180.
There's a few I'd like to buy at some point, but yeah.
Fair
Yes, the
warning.
Moon Ranger is probably a deal, though it's such a crap game. I mean, Tag and
Next
Dragon
lot.
sold for more than it, Seth. Would you rather have the Moon Ranger or Tag and Dragon?
$140.
Total Recall, $204 there. Arnold Schwarzenegger, very cool. 8.5A plus. Ultimate Exodus, 7.5A for 204. Urban Champion, complete in box, 7.5. Again, I'm not like, oh my god, you gotta run, the hobby's dying. But it's like a conversation that I think is interesting to have. I mean, yeah, Supyo, if it truly is 3 to 4 employees doing it, or I don't know, however much you can feasibly do it for.
Fair warning.
But I have to assume people like Kenneth and Jason are making sizable or at least decent salaries.
$4.
Yeah, so long as it's
$6,
profitable, they can keep going.
$8,
70 games a day just sounds very underwhelming.
$12.
For people who like to collect physical media, the greater display box is nice novelty for displaying your most cherished games or honoring certain titles as pop culture artifacts. It's nerd flex. Yep.
Next
yes,
lot.
sir. Why buy CIB now when you can buy sealed for cheap? Exactly, HC. But that goes to what I'm saying, though, is like, why buy CIB? Why grade CIB, right?
$40.
Why would you bother grading
$44,
CIB when sealed isn't even that expensive?
$65.
Comics is a rabbit hole you try to avoid. Same with toys. Yeah, I've never gone down either of those. Oh, yeah, sorry,
$70,
Timothy, is that only sealed numbers, or is that everything numbers? Yeah, Timothy, clarify there. Is that $1,500? That 1,500 games a month? Is that all numbers at CGC, or is that only factory sealed?
Fair warning.
Yo, Greg, nice to see you again. Got a new place and working on your graded games display in your office. Been gone from the gang for a bit. Good to see you back, Eric Stevenson. That's huge. You got a new place, man. Congratulations. Congratulations. If you've been busy getting a new place and setting up and stuff, I mean, sounds way better than just hanging out with us nerds. Congrats, dude. You think overall to get grading mainstream, you need to convince people that graded carts are cool.
$30.
Yeah, do we get to the point where graded cartridges are like saving this hobby? I mean, do we get to a point, you know, in the next 5 to 10 years, almost undoubtedly we're going to go digital, right? Almost undoubtedly we're going digital in the next
Fair
5 to 10 years.
$140.
So I talk about the finite supply of games. We will run into a place where even brand new produced games
Fair
might not exist in physical form.
$150.
Now, that also might open the door for a new kind of collector market to start. Like kind of how LRG exists right now. We might see a different
Fair
form
warning.
or an even more
$160.
forced manufactured scarcity. NFTs.
Fair warning.
We just might get something
Next
along
lot.
the lines of
Join the
LRG,
Greg
but
Gang
like, you know,
exclamation
every
mark
single
colon
game gets
underscore
limited
Greg.
releases, which makes it more viable or more people that have incentive to grade stuff.
$180. $200. $280. $300. $360.
Marty, the one-man
$180.
party. Member for 1 year, dude. Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Marty. Join the Greg Gang,
warning.
yes. And
Greg
Rick
Gang,
for
Greg Gang,
20
Greg Gang.
months. Let's go,
Next
dude.
lot.
That's crazy, you guys. Frick, 12 months and 20
$160.
months. Much appreciated for the continued support, you guys. That is wild.
$180.
Always wild to see those.
$190.
Thinking long-term,
$200.
physical copies will be rare
$220.
artifacts? Yes. But that won't necessarily... Like,
Fair warning.
as soon as physical stops being produced, like I said, we're in a finite world then.
Next lot.
Okay, those numbers for CGC were
$110,
all graded game
$120.
submissions. Sealed, loose, and CIB. So 1,500. There is no, like, that's not parted out into anything else.
Fair warning.
That's 1,500 a month.
$130.
Sealed, CIB, loose. That's CGC. Super Nintendo starting now as well. We had Willow do pretty decent there for a 9.2B plus to end off NES at 450. Wayne Gretzky was a white jersey version. That is the third revision released of Wayne Gretzky hockey. $39 there. I'm not sure if the
Fair
all-white
warning.
jersey is the rarest variant of it. I don't remember with Gretzky hockey.
Next
But you
lot.
can also get him in a black jersey and something else. But
$550.
Urban Champion there, 7.5, Hang Tab CIB. $276. NES Max controller,
Fair warning.
$240. Into Super Nintendo we go.
$600.
8.0 CIB Chrono Trigger. You think graded games will be heavily
Fair
impacted
warning.
once consoles go only digital? It'll be difficult to navigate that for the grading companies.
$650.
There's plenty of CIBs, toys, Funko Prob. There are tons of CIBs. It's just
$750.
either convincing people it's worth grading CIBs, prices going down, so it's more like prices going
Fair
down on the cost to grade stuff, yo.
$800.
Like if it only costed $20 to grade, right? More people would submit games, period. They have to, right? If
Fair
prices went down
warning.
to $20, surely more people would send in CIB games or even sealed
Next
games,
lot.
whatever. But I doubt it's viable for them to grade it that low of a cost,
$120.
given the volume. You need insane volume in order to offer very low prices. But,
Fair warning.
I mean, maybe they don't. Maybe the margins they make are just nutty, but...
$130.
Chrono Trigger, the CIB there went for $900. 8.0 CIB Chrono. Here's Gemfire,
$140.
9.6B. Higher than the other two on the pop report. First time offering the SNES version of Gemfire, too. 9.6B here for the SNES collectors.
Fair warning.
At what point does Heritage stop doing game auctions?
$60.
It's also a good point. Entering into 2024, it's going to be interesting to see, right?
Fair warning.
Are we going to get another
$100,
full year of auctions with
$180.
Heritage? I don't know. I think for sure
Fair
we're going to
warning.
keep seeing showcase auctions and signatures, stuff like that. Like, I think
Next
all
lot.
that stuff is locked in. There might be
$160,
differences to the
$180,
buyer's
to
premium
$240,
or the minimums are changes we could see in the weeklies.
$300,
Like, I'm pretty sure it's 29. Here's Harvest Moon CIB as well for the SNES fans out there. This is a 7.0 overall with a 7.5 box, and it does include the registration card. The registration card is inside of this Harvest Moon. 7.0 here.
$550.
Gemfire went for 204 as well.
$600.
With video games, the minimum price there is $29.
$650.
With trading cards, the minimum is $50. So that's a change we could unfortunately see with video games as we enter into 2024. The minimum price offered for them. Like, if you bid $1, it'll be $51 instead of $30.
$190.
I think for sure the signature, the showcases, those will continue on. The weeklies,
Fair warning.
we'll have to see, right?
$200.
Why are we talking about the end time so much today? It was just a topic I got on the other day. So, figured it would make for a good discussion to get everyone involved here. Because I'm genuinely curious to see what you guys think. Like, obviously, again, I don't mean to be completely doom and gloom out here. I'm still collecting stuff. I'm still buying stuff. I'm still enjoying this hobby.
Fair warning.
Will we ever see a video tour of your games collection? Not shorts video.
Eventually, Captus. But I'm still
Fair warning.
I'm still whittling stuff down. Like, I don't have it in a nice place to go through the collection yet, Captus.
$220.
We will get there eventually. Maybe 2024 we'll do like a kind of walkthrough. I hope to buy some shelves. I'm going to actually buy some shelves and stuff, set something up. So we might get there. We might get there, but it won't be probably 2024. But I greatly appreciate the $10, dude. Much, much, much appreciated, Captus. We'll get there eventually.
$60.
There's still so much vitriol for shelf collectors that it shames new people from coming into the hobby, especially graded CIV.
Fair warning.
That's one thing coming down as well. No, Medicine Man, Wada does not grade Famicom discs yet. Not at this point. Thanks, sir. Yes, and it's already digital. Was thinking about even getting a Stanfield and never opening it. Mario RPH comes out next month.
$200.
What the heck's a Stanfield? Starfield? We must have meant Starfield.
Fair warning.
We had Math Blasters there go for $228. Quarterback Club 96, $80. Nosferatu 7.5B plus, very rare SNES game there, $408. The Harvest Moon CIB with registration card, $720 for a 7.0. PTO 2 went for $228, and here's Super Play Action Football 9.88 plus. Are we going to talk about new tax laws are going to affect the market? Or are we just going to wait till every Pokemon collector gets audited? We're probably just going to wait until every Pokemon collector gets audited. That seems like the safest option, S-Block. And then we'll be able to navigate that once it happens, right? That'll be interesting. That's going to be really interesting. People will probably just raise their prices an extra 20-30% to compensate for that S-Block, right? 9.88 here on Virtual League Baseball. Only Virtual Boy game of the day. Oh no, there's a factory case right beside it. Jeez. So you can buy the individual game for $80, or here's 6 of them. We'll see what the case pack goes for. You think the weeklies need to go? The quality of stuff went from high tier stuff to stuff you'd use as placeholders. Yeah, I mean the weeklies are an entry point into the hobby. Like, I think that's their biggest what they serve right now as they exist. Like, if you're looking to enter into the hobby, the weekly auctions have amazing, amazing selection. But in saying that, I also have to assume that consigners are not super happy about how the weeklies are going. Like, at some point, right, people are going to stop sending stuff. You can only sell a 9.88 plus for $80 so many times. But
$900.
as they exist in their current iteration, they're amazing for new people coming into the hobby. But I don't even know if those new people exist right now. Or the people who need to be watching.
Next lot. $340.
The people who need to be coming in hate graded games, so they just ignore it. Game Boy Color here was qualified 85 plus. $1,000 on that.
$380.
This was also a qualified printer, 85 plus for $300. The factory case, that's 6 copies of Virtual League Baseball there, went for $130. The single 9.88 plus went for $80. Not like that's a pretty low price there on the case, to be honest. $130 for 6 of them? That's pretty cool. I mean, once you get it shipped to you, maybe $30-40 a piece. Pretty cool to get yourself a factory case.
$60.
GoldenEye, Player's Choice, 9.2A+, our only N64 game of the day, which is pretty crazy. Yeah, we've been talking about the end of time since 1.5 million Mario 64. If they raise the BP, that would just make it worse. It just seems very possible, Adam. Like, obviously, I hope they don't. But like I said, the trading card BP is $50, I think. I think it's 49 versus games being 29. Or 29
Fair
plus
warning.
20. 29 minimum, 20% BP, I believe.
$360.
Some of the heavies, do you want to get rid of them and try to capitalize? Capitalize how, thingies?
Fair warning.
I don't think... I think using the word
Next
capitalize right now is kind of a misnomer.
$32.
There's no capitalizing right now, you know?
$36.
Capitalizing was 1 to 2 years ago. This is just
$40.
kind of rearranging
44,
finances,
$58,
stopping to
$55,
hold bags.
$65, $80.
I don't know. I don't know if capitalize is the proper
$85.
word anymore. If you ran the numbers correctly, CGC has only had 3,000 total orders since they started
Fair
accepting.
warning.
3,000 Switch games, Timothy? Is that what you're saying? You don't have a qualifier in that statement.
$3.
Super Mario World there. Another CIB. This is that guy who asked about CIBs there. This is a really nice GBA CIB. 9.2 box, 8.5 cart, 9.6 manual, $109. So, like,
$40.
you know. Debbie Dillon tonight. Jesus. No doubt. No doubt, Supyo. I'm on my doomer shit.
Fair warning.
Straight doomer over here. Sell it all! It's over! Run, you fools! Run! Put that back here.
Fair warning.
It's over! Sell!
$32.
Get out! $109 there for the Mario World 2 CIB.
Fair
Legend
warning.
of Zelda 9.68 Plus on Game Boy Advance CGC,
$36.
$408. Factory case of Rugrats Go Wild for $71. Factory case pack of 6 there. Ultimate Spider-Man PAL version. This is one of the nicer of the auction year, actually coming up too. The Zelda 4 Swords. 85 big box.
Fair warning.
That's pretty
$48.
snazzy. Sitting at $372 right now.
$60. Fair warning. Next lot.
Less weeklies might help build up anticipation. Hello all, won't buy anything today, but Sega is your jam. You grew up with Sega, can't wait to see the games on Showcase
Fair
today.
warning.
That's Thursday, Danny. For anyone who's in here, yes, the Sega Showcase is on
Next
Thursday. Like premium Sega stuff. As we're talking about these, right? As we're talking about this, like the games on Thursday for Sega, it's gonna be a really good auction. There's some really, really nice stuff.
$400.
So a lot of that is going on the a lot of the premium stuff, if you are still looking for, you know, good shit, so to say, the Showcase auctions still bring it out. If you want to spend some money on something nice, Thursday, amazing Sega stuff. So hopefully you can come out for that. Here's the 85 Four Swords. Like I said, though, this is the big box. Well, the thumbnail said on Thursday, Danny. I'm sure it did. Didn't I put Thursday? Sega Showcase Thursday? I thought that was the thumbnail. I think that's the text I used.
Next lot.
$528 for the big box Four Swords. And that box is really hard to get in nice condition. It's a super fragile outer box. So VGA 85 on that, actually pretty damn good. $528 for it. I wish the price on this would go down, but, you know. Like I said, when you get into actual nicer stuff, there's still some price there. You can't get really good stuff for free yet. Well, we'll see what this Metroid Prime does. 9.68 plus. Pretty nice copy. USA print. Goes for $276. $9.68 plus. Metroid Prime. I think I saw on eBay, actually. Metroid Prime 9.8A plus. Made in USA. Didn't get a bid at $600. Did anyone else see that?
$180.
Metroid Prime 9.8A plus. WADA on eBay. Did not get a bid at $600. Kind of surprised me.
Fair warning.
I thought it would. It felt like a decent price. Here's Pokemon Coliseum bonus disc, 9.6A plus on that, $200.
$80.
Stop, yo! You grabbed the Four Swords, nice man. Like I think that's genuinely a good pickup. I still want to get one of these, just like frick, you know. I need to just commit to buying one. $204 for the Coliseum bonus disc. Also feels pretty damn good, honestly. 9.6A plus on that, $200. I don't think anyone's complaining there. entering into a little bit of DS, a little bit of Wii, and a little bit of Switch as we close out Nintendo for the day. Starting off with Kingdom Hearts, 358 in 2 days. 9.88 plus plus. With the slipcover. No. Yes? No. Why does it say yes?
Warning.
Yes with the slipcover.
$180.
I was tripping out there. I was tripping out. Yes, the slipcover's a 9.8. Huge. So 9.8 game, 9.8 slipcover. Very, very nice here on the Kingdom Hearts, actually. Very nice on this.
$240.
Oh, as a French-speaking, sometimes Tuesday, Thursday. That, you know what, Danny? I'm going to let you have it, man. I understand completely.
$260.
Have I thought about selling some of my premier titles before the prices potentially drop further? I haven't. That's not really a fear I have at this point. Fingers.
Next lot.
Like, yeah. The really premium stuff at this point, I guess I would rather hold. Which is probably a bad mentality to have, but just given how much prices are down from what we saw, like what we saw was possible in this market, which is probably pure copium, right? Some of those prices may never come back. Here's Pokemon White, 90 plus uncirculated. And the Kingdom Hearts closed at almost $300.
$60.
That slipcover doesn't look like a 9.8. Hey, shh. Don't question it, Yangus. We buy the grade, not the game.
Warning.
You just buy the label, man. Don't question it. Yeah, it might be a bad mentality to have, but it's like, I don't know. If something, if like, say a really premium game used to be selling for like $20,000, and now it's down to like $2 to $5 grand. You know what I mean? It almost feels safer to just gamble that it will go back up versus it's going to keep falling. Because if it falls another 50%, I mean, fuck it, you're only down another 1,000 to 2,000, right?
Earl.
Yeah, please save the graded game market. Carl!
$440.
Carl! 8C for $1.99 there. Thank you very much. Yeah, that's a good example, Xeely, right? That Zelda test cart. So I bought it for $8 grand. Let's say right now, fair market value is somewhere $4,000 or $5,000. Like, if it goes down another, if it falls in price by 50% again, I'm only down another $2 grand. Not awful. And it's likely it won't fall much more than $2,500. So, I don't know.
Next lot.
At some point, I don't know. It's probably, like I said, I think that's toxic. Isn't that like escalation of commitment? Isn't that what that is? Where you just ride it to zero? I'm an awful gambler. Pokemon White there, the 90 plus went for $432. White 2 was a 9.8 A++ for $528. Batman, the Brave and the Bold on Nintendo Wii went for $200. That's kind of crazy. 9.6 A+. Ghostbusters $41, and here's a 9.8 A+, Metroid Prime Trilogy. Very nice on this. Very nice. We'll see what this pushes to. Over $200 right now. You picked up the bonus disc. You haven't looked but agreed that felt cheap. Yeah, retro game. I'm pretty sure raw bonus discs are like 100, 150, aren't they? For that Pokemon Coliseum bonus disc. To get yourself a near mint one for $200? Sounds like good. Sounds good. Yeah, only copium, exactly. I survive on copium now. People are down that much as soon as they drive their new car off the lot. Exactly. We're all just bleeding out here. What's another 50%? Metroid Prime Trilogy 9.8 A+ goes for $264. It's kind of funny to me that this doesn't have more collector value. Like Metroid Prime Trilogy, people used to hold this in such high regard. Like, this used to be like one of the top tier Wii games. I mean, that was before the reprint, albeit. And I mean, maybe Metroid Prime being brought forward again hurts it again, but I don't know. As far as being a casual Wii collector, this is a pretty cool game to own, in my opinion. But $264 there, 9.8 A+. Castlevania Anniversary Collection. The Nintendo Switch limited run 85 plus here. Sold for $384.
$240.
This limited run SNES game just sold for more than most SNES games sell for. That's crazy.
Fair warning.
That's crazy. Let's go,
$260.
Castlevania Collection. $384. I tell you. Zelda Breath of the Wild 9.88 plus
warning.
plus not for resale one. If the price drops on the Zelda, you just have to buy the rest. Dollar cost average. Exactly, Adam. And if it goes down to like 2,000, 2,500, I probably would just buy another one. Like straight up. Why not, right?
Next lot.
Why not?
$34.
At some point, you just have to go all in. Again, I'm pretty sure that's very, very like, toxic. But if the price keeps going down, you just have to double down, right? You just buy another one. Load up your bags. Catch that falling knife.
$44.
Breath of the Wild, 9.88 plus plus, not for resale.
$48.
Goes for $312. Wow. That's a pretty big price on Breath. Isn't the NFR just from the special edition? Where did it come from? Where'd the NFR Breath come from? Pokemon Brilliant Diamond, 9.88 plus plus here. You can't lose if you don't sell.
Fair
yes.
warning.
You never
$60.
truly ride something to zero in collecting if you actually like the item. I mean, most things, Brandon Tucker, there is no such thing as zero when we talk about physical items, at least, which is nice. Like, you know, crypto, NFT, penny stocks, that shit can go literally to zero. Like, disappear. Zero. Collectibles don't have a zero.
Fair warning.
There is a built-in floor for every kind of physical collectible.
Next lot.
So that is nice.
$6.
It's from the Explorer's Edition. There it is. That's where it's from. The Explorer's Edition. Yeah, $312 for that tring is pretty damn high. Brilliant Diamond, $94 for the 9.88++. Legends Arceus, 9.88+.
Fair warning.
See, this is again what I talk about here about the feasibility of grading Switch games. If you're gonna get a perfect grade, right, 9.88++. This person like went negative. They probably went negative on this sale. Guaranteed they went negative, actually. So there you go. 9.88++ Pokemon Brilliant Diamond. You sell it at auction and you go negative. That's tough. That's really tough. Pokemon Legends Arceus, 9.88+ for $55. Pokemon Shining Pearl, 9.88+ for $54. And that closes off.
$130.
That closes off our run of Nintendo stuff for the day.
Fair warning.
Yeah, I don't mean to be doom and gloom about everything. I just, like...
Next lot.
We have to have these conversations.
$24.
It wouldn't be fair if we didn't have these conversations. You know what I mean? Because when something pumps or something does well, we're going to talk about that.
Warning.
When stuff isn't going well, we're also going to talk about that.
Next lot.
It's only fair. It's only fair.
$80.
That way, when people call me a market manipulator, I can say I manipulate the market down. I'm actually a market crasher.
$85.
If you're buying Super Mint and buying at aggregate market value, you should be okay. If we're doing that in 2020 through mid-2022, I don't know what to tell you. You're probably buying meme stock and holding. Tax cut. I'm currently playing Baldur's Gate 3. I'm going to be playing that tonight, actually. Doing a playthrough with my two brothers. We're almost at Act 2, Baldur's Gate 3.
Fair warning.
I'm a ranger.
Next lot.
Entering into entering into Sega. We actually have some Game Gear games today. If anyone is a Game Gear collector in the chat, we started off with Mortal Kombat 9.0 A++. Actually a nice copy. Actually a nice copy of Mortal Kombat on the Game Gear. Yeah, Pokemon is dead.
Fair warning.
Pokemon is dead. Yeah, those are a steal for $50. 100%. 100% those are a steal for $50. But it just, you know, not enough people on not enough people on heritage bidding, not enough interest in graded games. There's a bunch of things there, you know, that we watch these 9.88 pluses sell for $50 frickin' dollars. Waiting for some Sega goodness tonight. Well, the best Sega you're going to get, Retro Habit, is on Thursday. Hopefully you can come out on Thursday for it, because that's where the good stuff's going to be. Sega Showcase Auction on Thursday, 8 p.m. Eastern, 7 p.m. Central. Hopefully you guys can come out for it.
Next lot.
Sonic Chaos there was an 8.0 A+. Majesco print for 89. Mortal Kombat went for 336. Yeah, solid sale on Mortal Kombat for a nice condition one there. Sonic the Hedgehog,
Fair
Triple
warning.
Trouble. Second time offering it at Heritage, 8.5 A+ on this. You just got here. Did you miss anything good? There was some cool games. Metroid Prime 9.6
Fair
and Metroid
warning.
Prime Wii Trilogy seemed to sell pretty cheap. They kind of
$120.
did. Let us jump. The Pokemon Coliseum bonus disc was also a pretty darn good deal. And one of the people in chat actually picked up the big box on Four Swords Adventure on GameCube. 528 there. Not too shabby, not too shabby. But yeah, those, I think those Wii games were also pretty good there. The Metroid Prime and the Prime Trilogy. I don't know if the re-release of Prime hurt Prime Trilogy. You'd have to kind of look at CIB pricing. I saw someone asked in chat, I can't remember who it was now, but I don't think the new Prime release, I don't think so. I would assume not. It's just kind of weird that no one cares about the Prime Trilogy on Wii anymore.
$120.
I just thought that one would have held up better. Triple Trouble goes for $159, and here is Strider Returns, 9.2 A+. If you are a Game Gear collector, like seriously finding these factory sealed games, it's really freaking hard in any condition. What are you asking for your 9.8 A+ Metroid Prime? Let us jump. Are you the one for $600?
Next
I was actually saying there was a copy on eBay for $600 that didn't seem bad at all. Is that you? Sega and goodness. Yeah, two words that don't go together. Strider Returns goes for $149. Yeah, you had it for $600. Yeah, I was watching that, man. I was watching that.
$3.
That was a factory case of 6 NFL 95 on Game Gear. 6 copies of NFL 95 for $51. FIFA Soccer 97 Sega Game Gear.
$44.
You'll be there. Good to hear it, man. Good to hear it. Hot Wheels is the next grading fad. Yes. I was a huge Hot Wheels kid.
Fair warning.
I was a huge Hot Wheels kid. I still have all my Hot Wheels. I didn't keep them factory sealed, though. I was a big idiot. I just, like, played with the cars. But,
Fair
yeah,
warning.
I loved Hot Wheels as a kid. I was a car kid.
$55. Fair warning.
Yeah, Sports Cards is doing bad too,
$60.
Game Gallery. Everything is doing bad. But the actual grading of the goods is still continuing. That's the big difference there, Game Gallery. Like, sports cards are down, trading cards are down, coins, comics, everything. But the grading ecosystems aren't at risk of dying. You know what I mean?
Fair warning.
That's why I don't mention those ones. Those are very, very established grading hobbies.
Next lot.
Where, like, games, VHS, home
$320.
media, like vinyl and stuff, CDs, cassettes, all of this stuff is more emerging.
Fair warning.
We still have to see if longevity actually exists for them. Oh my god, it's Seaman!
$340.
Look at that. A VGA 85 Seaman. That's crazy. With the microphone. Big box version here.
Fair warning.
Caution.
$360.
And it's pushing. We're over $400. An absolute explosion here for Seaman.
Next lot.
Wow.
$120.
That's big. $408. I feel like have we even seen this at Heritage before? $408 there.
$40.
Very cool. Very cool. Here's Sonic Adventure 9.0 A+. Yeah, Arceus and Brilliant Diamond for under 30 each. Cheap. Yep.
Fair warning.
You are the Metroid Prime on eBay for $600. Yeah,
Next
dude.
lot.
I mean, dude, I'm as surprised as you are. Let us jump. I almost bid on that Metroid Prime at $600. Like, I think that's a very fair price for a 9.8 A+. I'm baffled that it can't sell or that it's not getting an opening bid. I'm as surprised as you are. Let us jump. I'm as surprised as you are. Prime Trilogy still sells for a stupid premium on Amazon. Oh, really? The frickin' Amazon resell game, man, I tell you. Amazon reselling is a cheat code. How much does a CIB of that still sell for on Amazon? I'm curious now.
Fair warning.
PS1 starts now. I don't think there's a ton of PS1 today. No, there isn't. Very little. Very little
$2.
PS1. We start off with the Sorcerer's Stone CIB. A complete in-box copy of Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone. 9.2. Very nice copy of the game. Sells for $31. Thanks for coming out, Harry.
$8.
Thanks for coming out. You sold at a loss, Harry. Me?
$14.
Yeah, Demolition Racer T-Bone. $61 for 12 of them.
$18.
The box looks a little bit dented, too.
$22.
You want the Metroid Prime? That completes your Metroid Prime set. 1, 2, 3 trilogy and the remaster. Let's go, Tring.
$26.
Good stuff, man. Good stuff. Sonic Adventure there went for $159, the 9.0A plus.
$30.
The price on Sonic Adventure went down quite a bit. There was a lot of supply of this game that existed factory sealed. It still is a great Dreamcast game to own.
$34.
Just there were a lot of them that came out. Quite a few copies of Sonic Adventure floating around. 130 or so? Yeah, that is solid. That is real solid. Frickin' Amazon,
Next
man.
lot. $38.
Frickin' Amazon.
$36.
This is Siphon
Fair
Filter
warning.
3 with a greatest hits sticker on it.
Next lot.
I think you can peel the sticker off, right?
$48.
You're amazed people aren't buying Siphon Filter 3 to rip the greatest stickers off? I mean, even a black label Siphon Filter 3 though, Timothy, what are you really doing
Fair
with it?
warning.
It still doesn't sell for
$55.
much at all, so I mean, $65, 9.88 plus plus. I don't know. You peel the sticker off and you
$65.
regrade it, you might sell it for $150.
$75.
Are you even profiting after $50 grading fee? Not really. You're still kind of net
Fair
zero
warning.
on it.
$85.
You missed the Strider Game Gear because you forgot your Heritage Auction
$90.
sign-in. No, says Euro. I know that you're one of the Game Gear guys from back when they first introduced them on Heritage.
Fair warning.
I just don't buy Game Gear enough myself anymore to care
Next
about getting
lot.
Strider returns, but I know it's a good deal at $149.
$2.
That's not an easy one. that sucks to hear, man.
$4. $6.
Top Gun Fire at Will,
$8.
8.5A there for 114. That's published by Spectrum Holobyte. For the
Fair warning.
same company that published one of the first
$10.
iterations of Tetris, I believe. Spectrum Holobyte.
$12.
Kind of interesting to see them also publishing Top Gun in the PS1 era.
$14.
I didn't know Spectrum Holobyte still existed for that many years. Maybe they still exist now.
$16.
These are 3 factory sealed
$18.
reprints of Final Fantasy Origins from the Square Enix store when you could still order them. Maybe you still can order them. I'm not
Fair
sure.
warning.
But these are the reprints here without security strips at the top.
Next lot. $90.
Your 9.6A plus Sonic Adventure sold at Golden for $300. The last comp was 2.6K.
Fair warning. $100.
See, when we talk about like cashing out in case prices fall anymore, where else
Fair
is that
warning.
price falling to, right? The price can't go down any further.
Next lot.
Rick, that's a tough one, man. Dukes of
$14.
Hazzard, 9.88 plus, 124. Dukes of Hazzard used to be a pretty desirable PS2 game.
$18.
Like this was up there in the
$22.
like
$26.
games that have value on
$28.
PS2.
$30.
Like if you go back 10 years, this was a game selling for like 30, 40 bucks, which is a lot for the time, right? These days, I don't think anyone cares
Fair
about
warning.
it. 124 bucks there for factory sealed.
$32.
Here's Final Fantasy X2, 9.48
$34.
plus. Yeah, you made your profits
Fair
disappear. You're a wizard, Harry. Exactly.
$36.
You successfully made
$38.
all value of this game disappear. Amazing, Harry.
$40. $44.
You did great selling a Minish Cap 9.8, Silver 8.5,
warning.
Star Fox 9.0, and GBA Mario Kart 9.6 last week.
$46.
Made about $2,000 overall. I think I was watching all of those auctions. Let us jump. Pretty sure I had all of those on my watch list. Funny.
Fair warning.
Yeah, you did pretty decent on some of those.
Next lot.
You did. $73 for
$14.
X2, 9.48 plus. Here's Final Fantasy 12, 9.48 plus as well.
$22, $26.
Net zero is better than
$28,
some of these sales. Well,
$30.
that's true too. And that's a good point as well, John. You peel the sticker off of this siphon filter. Like, who knows if they even give you
Fair
the
warning.
9.8A++ again.
$32.
You know what I mean?
$34.
For all you know, for all we know, the RNG machine will feed you a 9.6 the next time you send it back. So,
Fair $36.
you just don't know.
$38.
Wonder if you should put your long box loaded
Fair
in
warning,
Heritage. It's
$40.
9.8A+, but you kind of want to keep it.
$52.
I don't know how valuable loaded is, Aldunk. Is that a more desirable PS1 long box? I'm not familiar enough with it. Like, in my
Fair
head, it
warning,
doesn't stand out as like a very desirable title.
$46.
So if you're doing it in hopes that it's gonna, like, you know, pop off for a large amount of money, I don't know if it will. You
Fair
might just be
warning.
better off keeping it, I guess, is what I'm saying.
$48.
But I don't know enough.
$50. Fair warning.
Cashing out is not a good idea right now for Sealed. For CIB, it is, though. They look like they're
$55.
closing in on a peak. Yeah, HW. I have done some really solid CIB selling myself.
$60.
And it went well. Like CIB Pokemon games, some like the CIB NES stuff I sold. A lot of CIB stuff is still selling. Like, you know, Sealed and Graded crashed. CIB didn't crash nearly as hard.
$70.
And I think it's just because, you know, there's so many more people in the hobby in general with CIB. So we don't see prices nearly having the same
Fair warning.
plummet, so to say. There's definitely more saturation
lot.
happening now with graded CIBs, as you're seeing with some of these Heritage auctions.
$40.
Even on eBay, you can see it. But yeah, there were some good sales to be had with CIB stuff. 100% agree. 100% I agree,
Fair warning.
HW. The meta swapped there for a bit, from Sealed to CIB.
$44. $42.
Everyone back off your Arkham Asylum, your favorite Batman game, baby. Is that coming
Fair
up soon
warning.
here?
$48.
What do we got? Oh, yeah, there it is. Arkham Asylum 9.6A+. Lettuce Jump, do you know if this is the first print? Because doesn't
Fair
Arkham
warning.
Asylum also have a copy that has a sticker on it for like
Next
some
lot.
kind of Joker DLC or something? Or like a
$20.
mini quest or something like that? I feel like there's a cover variant on that or a
$22.
sticker variant.
$24.
And I don't know myself.
$26. $28.
Craig, I've had you on here in the background, and if this
$30.
YouTube thing doesn't work out for you, I think you have a promising career in cartoon voiceover. Oh yeah, I did an impeccable Harry
Fair
and
warning.
Hagrid right there.
$32.
You probably thought that the
$34.
movie just turned on in the background. Like, what? I didn't have Harry Potter on. That's crazy. I'm glad you appreciated those, Matt.
Fair warning. $36.
Yeah, they have Play as the Joker,
$38.
and you thought that was a first print. Me too, Timothy. Me too. That's why I ask. Lettuce Jump does claim it's his
Fair
favorite
warning.
all-time game. So clearly he should
$40.
know what a first print is on that game.
$42.
Bring on the Halo 4! Let's go, folks! Bring on Halo 4! We're only, 30 games away from Halo 4.
$54.
Hold on to your hats, folks. We're getting there. We're getting there.
Fair warning.
You still have the Ocarina of Time 10 selling for 150K, so we aren't dead just yet.
$46.
Yeah, and I do wonder, HC, if we're going to see the hobby kind of, shift towards, heavily
Fair warning.
towards only premium stuff. Or we're going to see way
Next
wider
lot.
conditional price swings, if that makes sense.
$16.
Right now, right, the gap between a 9.0 versus a 9.6, it's not that large.
Fair
You
warning.
know? 9.6 to 9.8, sometimes a 2, a 3
$18.
premium, but I wonder if in the future
$20.
we're going to see the 9.6s and the 9.8s sell for 2 to 10 times as much as your 9.4, 9.2,
Fair
9.0.
$22.
We're really going to
$24.
separate conditional rarity. And that, could come from a lot of the lower
Fair
grade
warning.
stuff being graded, or just from the people who exist in the
$26.
hobby. If it remains a small hobby, the amount of people who
$28.
exist in this might only gravitate towards really nice stuff.
Fair warning.
That's something that could happen.
$30.
Play as the Joker was PS3, so there is no Play as the Joker sticker on 360? Is that what you're telling me, Tim?
Fair warning.
It's funny, full
$32.
set collecting made the hobby big, then it became infeasible to collect full sets, and now you're hoping things go back towards full set collecting levels.
Fair warning.
It's funny. The evolution of the hobby is funny, Joseph.
Next lot.
Like, obviously, you know, I love it all. It's all fun. Like, even when I
$22.
sit here doom and glooming, like I said, I have these conversations, and this is what my head thinks about because I love this hobby so much. I love the market. I love the meta. I love trying to predict these things. I love watching it.
Fair warning.
I don't talk about this doom and gloom because I'm like, oh man, this is like, fuck, the hobby's fucked,
lot.
man. Like, oh man. Like, I enjoy it. It's
$12.
interesting. Like, the way things keep going down, like, that is very interesting. The way
Fair
people
warning.
react to market movements is interesting to me. I love the psychology of market.
Next lot.
So that's why I have these
$16.
conversations. It's not to try and spread, you know, negativity and stuff. It's just an interesting conversation to me.
$20. $22.
Market psychology is interesting.
$26.
Full set collecting will never get back to those days. The future will be full mini sets, black box, etc. Yeah, and I think a lot more literature or published
$30.
things, Adam, I think have to come out
$32.
more about mini sets or publisher sets or just feasible mini collections.
Fair warning.
That if you were to Google something like,
Next lot.
if you were to Google like how to collect,
$3.
right? Like, oh, PS2 game collecting or something, then it shows like, oh, here's every game published by Atlas, or if you want to go after the
$7,
RPG set or the mini
$9,
RPG,
$10,
JRPG, if you want all the action game published
$14.
by Activision, like just different like pockets where people can target things. Instead of it being
Fair
like,
warning.
oh, I want to collect PS2 stuff. Okay,
Next lot.
there's 1,000 PS2 games. Like, where does a person even
$3.
start? Do you know what I mean? Like the horror subset. It'd be nice if we
$5.
had like a very defined horror set on PS2.
$7.
But stuff like that, I mean, that's probably years out. The grading
$9.
companies would probably have to create that, to be honest. Kind of like how CGC made that like
$12.
video game guide, which was pretty cool. But
$16.
here's Resident Evil 4.
$20.
With strategy guide.
$28.
Where's the strategy guide?
$34.
Does this include the strategy guide? Oh yeah, it does. Here we go. You get the strategy guide. So 9.48 plus here, and you also get the guide.
$36. $38.
Looking online, you don't think there was a special first print, some retailer exclusive, but you don't see any first print bonus? Gotcha.
Fair warning.
So like sports cards, right? Like a PSA 10 Jordan
$40.
for 150K versus the PSA 9 for 15K. Exactly.
$44.
Exactly, HC. Or like how first edition base set Charizard is, 150K, and the PSA 9 is what,
$46.
20, 30? Same example. But I think we might see more, you know, wider gaps
warning.
on conditional premiums.
$50. $55.
I wouldn't be surprised anyway. Can't trust a streamer if they're going to ignore the
$60.
elephant in the room. Well, exactly. Like, I mean,
$65.
is it a conversation any of us want to have? Not necessarily. Like, it fucking sucks if you're losing money,
Fair
and I'm
warning.
sure most of us are on our
$70.
purchases. But, like, I guess I could just go full pump on you guys and just never mention negativity, but I don't know. I don't want to be the guy who just sits here telling you everything's going to be fucking okay either.
Fair warning.
Because it might not be. But hey, we're going to talk about it.
Next lot.
You agree on the set stuff. You wanted to do an all Konami and all
$2.
Capcom on NES. Yes. Yes. Those are perfect examples of subsets there. All Konami games, all Capcom
$4.
games. And if there was a
$6.
place where you could just go like
$8.
nescollecting.com
$12.
and you could see like, you know,
$14.
filter by publisher, filter by genre, filter by anything, you know? And just have something
Fair
show
warning.
you kind of how to collect stuff. Which, I mean, sounds stupid that people have
Next
to be
lot.
told how to collect or need info on how to collect stuff.
$12.
People always say the typical thing of like, oh, collect what you love.
$14.
But I don't know. It really freaking helps that like Pokemon and sports cards and stuff have defined sets.
Fair warning.
So then when you look at the set, you can like look through the set and see if there's cards you care about, or like focus on single sets, or the WotC stuff, which is like 2003 backwards. You know what I mean? There's always little subsets in there where you can just quickly jump in and jump out.
Next lot.
And I feel like games really lack that.
$150.
This is really cool.
$70.
85 plus Demon Souls Black Phantom Edition. This is the PAL UK version here. Black Phantom Edition being their shit, I can't remember what our equivalent is now. Whatever, our deluxe edition, right? This is the same as the deluxe edition, I believe, but it's the Black Phantom Edition. Yeah, art book, soundtrack, yes, and strategy guide. Pretty sure it includes the exact same stuff, but I think the cover art on this one is pretty fucking cool. 85 plus, the UK version here. Yo, HC, welcome to the Greg Gang.
Warning.
Welcome in, soldier. Much appreciated having you part of the Greg Gang, man.
$320.
$264 for the Demon Souls Black Phantom Edition. It's exclusive to PAL. Yes. $264, and this is pretty fucking nuts. We have the Final Fantasy 13-2 Collector's Edition. Arguably the most common Collector's Edition ever printed of ever game ever. Like, this thing was printed into the dirt.
Next lot.
And a VGA 90 goes for $400? This is like one of the most expensive items in the entire auction. 13-2 Collector's Edition? Okay, that's interesting. Never a dull moment in this hobby. That's crazy. That's crazy. Grand Theft Auto 5 is 9.68 plus here. We're entering into PS3 right now.
$24.
Yeah, I would say more than Skyrim Collectors. Like, Final Fantasy 13-2 Collector's Edition, you were still able to order this from the Square Enix store, like, years after it released.
Next lot.
Like, there was zero, like they printed this like a standard edition. It was weird. There was zero rarity, zero limited, like...
Fair warning.
Yeah. This is the first print here. Foster Address. Last of Us, 9.4A. Holy shit. $139. Whew.
$60.
Whew. Last of Us. Where are you at? Where are you at? Whew. $139. 9.4A first print. Last of Us. The hype is gone on The Last of Us. Damn.
Next lot.
Kind of wild, hey? First print, Last of Us. Silent Hill Downpour there, $94.
$32.
And entering into Xbox.
$36. $38. $40.
Xbox.
$44. $46. $48.
Starting off with Call of Duty 3, 9.6A.
$50.
How is Halo 4 in every auction? Yeah, I don't know. Let us jump. Someone submitted like 200 of them. It's insane.
$70.
Like, truly, I think we've had it for over a year. We're probably at like week 70 of Halo 4. It's crazy.
$95. $100. $110.
Curious if I collect more for Xbox over Sony because it is cheaper. I do not, Comac. I do collect Xbox stuff for sure. Like you said, it's cheap. It's fun to collect Xbox. Xbox is super fun to collect, and it's really cheap.
$130.
But I don't target it more than Sony. I still do like collecting Sony more, for sure.
$60.
But I have a sizable Xbox collection, absolutely. I enjoyed collecting CIB, Xbox, sealed Xbox. Like, it's fun. Fun console. Call of Duty here, pushing its way up to almost $200, 9.6A. Yeah, no, I'm dead serious, let us jump. Like, it's been over a year of Halo 4 in every auction at Heritage. That is dead serious statement. I counted them a while ago. We can see how many weeks it was ago here. Just give me 1 second.
$200.
Live streams.
Next lot.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5,
$48.
10, 11,
$55.
12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Okay, I'm sorry. We're at week 43. I exaggerated a little bit. It's week 43 of Halo. That's the actual number. I exaggerated a little bit. Week 43.
Fair warning.
Almost a year straight of Halo.
$5.
Yeah, 43. I exaggerated. No, Comac. I don't think any of them were 9.8 A++. The super weird thing about Halo 4, people submitted, like, or, you know, someone submitted tons and tons of it, but, oh, whoops.
Fair warning.
What's going on here? Oh my god, I'm freaking out. Stop this, please. Oh, I'm on Switch. That's the issue. Yeah, 360.
$160.
Halo 4. The actual count on A++ is only 9.
Next lot.
8. There's only 8 copies that got an A++. So, like, no, I don't think we've had a single 9.8 A++ copy come up. Out of 100 of them submitted. Out of 100 9.8s. There's only 8 A++.
$42.
There are 0 9.6 A++. Like, they did not give Halo 4 an A++. It's super
Fair
weird.
Warning. $46.
So, like, Halo 4 is common garbage, right? But 9.8 A++ doesn't exist. So if you can get one, that's like actually pretty rare. It's super weird. Simpsons Road Rage was a pretty cool one here. VGA 85 for 180. The Call of Duty 228. Yeah, Timothy, who the heck took COD from you, man? Some other psycho out there willing to pay over $200 for Call of Duty 3 on Xbox. Damn, that sucks, man. San Andreas 9.4 A+ for $99. Tom Clancy Ghost Recon 9.8 A there goes for $119. And here's Splinter Cell, the first Splinter Cell game, 9.6 A+. Going for $104. X-Men Legends 9.4 A+.
$22.
You were the underbidder? Yeah, I figured. Yo, Larson, welcome. Welcome, Larson. Have I ever thought about parting with games? Get a little too emotional, sentimental about a game, but you know you can make good profit. Current problem you're having? Always let us jump. Always. Like always.
$34.
And I actually made a video a long time ago, Let Us Jump, talking about the endowment effect, where like
$38.
we value the stuff that we own more than stuff that we don't own. So even if you can make a profit on it or whatever, you do get the attachment to it, both like
$40.
emotionally and monetarily. Like even if there's a great price for it, you're like, oh man, like it's still worth more to me to just own it, even if you would never actually spend the money to purchase it.
Next lot.
So maybe you have a game that's worth $3,000. You would never actually spend $3,000 to buy it, but you also will never sell it. It's very weird. It's an interesting psychology thing. But in order to combat that Let Us Jump, I always try to buy multiples wherever I can. Like if I really like a game, if I'm like, oh man, I'm going to speculate on this game. You know, I love its future outlook. I think it's going to go up in price. I try to buy at least 2 of them. Because then I can sell one and also keep one. So I can, like, you know, counter off that emotional effect.
Fair warning.
I try to be more strict, but it's hard sometimes, man. It's hard. It's hard when you're buying stuff that you're emotionally attached to. Most of us are here because we like video games. So sometimes it fucks up making the most pragmatic choice. Batman Arkham Asylum 9.6 A+ closes at $140. Hopefully you want it, Let Us Jump. Cool game. Battlefield Bad Company 9.6 A for $38. Call of Duty Black Ops 9.6 A+.
$50.
Do you think these games would sell for much more on eBay with a bin for these low mid-tier items? Is even worth sending to Heritage? They would sell for more with a buy it now. They would. But the caveat to that is, would they even sell? You know what I mean? Like, if we go Bad Company here, 9.6A went for $38. Yes, you could almost undoubtedly pop this on eBay for $59, $69. I mean, you'd make more money, right? I don't know if it would sell for $100. And I also don't know how long it would take to sell it. Like, when you have something like this, it's also very low liquidity. So it's not quite so simple as just like, oh, chuck it on eBay with a bin and you'll make more money. Because some of this shit just won't sell. So $38 fucking sucks, but it's sold. You know, like it's you take the gamble.
Fair
You get the actual sale. Obviously, that's not an outcome anyone's looking for. But Call of Duty, $420, 9.6A plus. See, that's a pretty solid outcome though. 9.6A plus, Black Ops, $420. So some stuff still does good at auction, but yeah.
$12, $16.
You were the underbidder on Black Ops as well. Shit, man, over $400, Timothy. I'm surprised someone else pushed it, and it was frickin' exploded. So both bidders on the Black Ops, both the underbidder and the winner, were in this chat room. That's fantastic. Welcome in, guys. Welcome. I'm glad you guys are fighting for video games in my chat. Dead Space, 9.2A on this.
$28, $30.
Yeah, sell it. You'll probably be able to buy it next year for half price. Truth, Matt. Truth. Some people take that ownership bias to the 10th degree, but we also vote with our dollars. You don't buy what you don't like in the first place. Well, that's exactly. And sometimes, Adam, I even go out of my way to buy shit I don't care about. You know what I mean? I'll buy a game or a series or something that I think could go up in price that I do not care about. And that helps me be able to sell it. That's another thing I try and do sometimes. But obviously, then if you buy stuff you don't even like, if the price goes down on it or something, you are stuck with something that you don't even like. So that's the scary part about doing that. You just bought 2 Mega Man X sealed copies, one to keep, one to sell. One came back 9.6, waiting for the other one. But you know the 9.6 will go big. Yeah, there you go. There you go, Lettuce. You're already buying 2 copies, man. Doing exactly what I'm saying.
Fair warning.
Some of these sell under $30. Sellers lost a lot of money. It scares you for your Nintendo Power in the next mini boss. Is it coming up next Tuesday, Doom Roos? You have a Nintendo Power? Game of the Year Edition, Fallout 3. This is with Do Not Sell Before stickers and the slipcover on it. 9.0A plus on this. I mean, I know it's like Game of the Year Edition of Fallout 3, but the slipcover and the presentation looks really nice. It just looks really good.
$12.
Just looks nice, you know?
$14.
9.0A plus on this.
$16. $18. $20. $22. $24.
Arkham broke 100. You were hoping to steal it for $75 to $80. Yeah.
$26. $28.
It's always tough when the one game you actually want gets bids.
$34. $36. $38.
You recently sold a bunch of stuff you really love, but you got to own it for a while, and you will get it again later on. At the end of the day, they are just
$40.
games. That is,
$42.
like, you know, if you're doing this from a monetary aspect, that is the best mentality to have about it. You kind of have to detach yourself. But again, most of us are here because we do love video games, so.
$50.
Yeah, my chat is 100% of the market right now. Yeah, it's kind of scary, Brandon. The person winning and the person bidding against them are both here.
$7.
And we only have, what, like 80 people here? 70 people are in this chat. It's kind of wild, Brandon. Kind of wild. Fallout 3 goes for $77. There's Skyrim 5 is a later print reduction here with the review quote on it. $59. Dead Space, $59 as well. Here's Gears 2. BJ85 with the sticker on top. Do not sell before. And the sticker on the front. Should be a pure true first print here of Gears 2. Looking for $51.
Fair warning.
Yes, you have your Nintendo Powers next Tuesday, and you have some in the signature as well. Nice. You must have some decent books there.
$14.
Most of the Nintendo Power listed on Heritage are yours. Damn. That is impressive, Doomers.
Fair warning.
You must have some nice ones, too, if some of them went to the signature auction.
$24. $26. $28. $30.
You think you sold Black Ops, the same 9.6A plus grade, last year for like $1,700? Oh, that is something. That is something. Let's take a peek at the Black Ops sales now that you say that, Exploded Hamster. Xbox 360.
$50.
Black Ops.
$55. $60.
206 part code here.
$65.
9.68 Plus, January 2023.
$70.
$1,800.
$75.
Wow.
Fair warning.
9.68 Plus, even, this is what, July
Next
or
lot.
June? $960?
$36.
That June? June
$40.
7th? 960. Tonight it went for
$48.
$420.
$55.
So it went from $1,800
$65.
to $960 to $420.
$75. $85.
Oof. And that is all within like 9 months.
$95.
That's within 9 months. Fuck.
$110.
That's wild. I didn't realize Black Ops was taking such a beating. Damn. Like, I was sitting here like, day, $420 for Black Ops. Hey, that's not too bad. That's not too shabby. But Jesus Christ. Worse than I thought. I mean,
Fair
I don't know
warning.
if Black Ops ever should have exploded to $1,800. 9.68 Plus. It probably shouldn't have. But market's gonna market. Grand Theft Auto 4, 9.48 Plus there for $99.
warning.
Gears 2 went for $50. Grand Theft Auto 5, 9.88
lot.
Plus. 169 on that, actually.
$24,
Here's Halo 4,
$32,
9.88 Plus.
$36. $40. $44. $46. $48.
Nintendo Power 1 to 40
$55,
plus 9 other
$60.
issues. Yeah, very nice, man. I'm excited to see some of these.
$70.
I won my first Nintendo Power, I don't know,
$80.
6 weeks ago maybe? They're cool. Graded Nintendo Power are cool.
Fair warning.
A lot of the disc non-cardboard games took the biggest hit
Next
the last
lot.
few months. Well, it almost seems like it's delayed lettuce jump.
$60.
Like we saw the cardboard kind of spike and fall, and then, disc-based stuff kind of
$70.
went a little bit later.
$80.
Because I feel like
$90,
GameCube, Wii, Switch, all that stuff like
$100.
exploded later than Atari, NES, Super Nintendo stuff. So just kind of a bit of delay there.
Fair warning.
If a comp falls in the sealed market, is anyone around to even hear it?
Next lot.
Oh, God.
$7.
Asking the real questions, Annie. Asking the real questions.
Fair warning.
Ewan exploded just pumping the price of COD Black Ops.
$8.
You got your Halo 4 finally, $104. Let's go, Retro Game Rescue. Welcome to the Halo 4 Club. We'll have your honorary
warning.
Master Chief jacket for you. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Good to have you in here.
Next lot.
Left 4 Dead 2 was a 9.8A there with the Xbox Live trial
$190.
sticker, 124. This is an early print Minecraft for you Minecraft stands out there. An actual
Fair
early
warning.
print. We don't see these that often, to be completely honest. 9.28 plus on
$220.
this. We're pushing up over $200. Looking for 264.
$240.
Looking for 288. An actual early print on Minecraft with the 2-day Xbox Live trial.
Fair warning.
We'll see if it gets some love.
$260.
That was a close one.
$80.
That was a really close one there. That was a buzzer beater. Looking for 336 now.
Fair warning.
Are they going to do it again?
$300.
They are.
$320.
We got a bidding war, folks. We've got a bidding war. Looking for 384 on
Fair
Minecraft.
$340.
No, he's not backing down. He's not backing down. Looking for the 408 answer.
Fair warning.
Looking for the answer.
Next lot.
As quick as it started, it ended.
$24.
They went back and forth a little bit there. Pushed
$28,
Minecraft up to
32,
$384.
$36,
Like,
$40,
unironically, one of the
$48.
more expensive Xbox 360 titles. Like, Minecraft is holding up not too shabby compared to everything else.
$75. $85.
You got the Minecraft.
$95,
Feels good. Let's go.
$110.
Let's go, Philatelic. Congrats, congrats, congrats. Yeah, like, Minecraft unironically has value. It's holding up
Fair
decently.
warning.
$384 there. Red Dead Redemption is a 9.6A, and I don't know if that's a first
The
print or
auction
not.
is now closed. Thank you for participating.
The auction total was $21,000 today. 124 items. Just broke over $20,000. Gotta have a Minecraft in the collection, surely? Surely you do. Greg taught you about Minecraft. Oh my god, thank you, Greg. You're welcome, Anime. You're welcome. Get yourself a Minecraft. Get yourself a Grail. Never regret it. Seems to be pretty consistently in the $20,000 range. Yeah, that's where it seems like we're settling now, for sure. And this is also pretty consistent where at the highest end of the auction, I mean, we had the qualified 85 plus Game Boy Color going over $1,000. Like, there just aren't a lot of items over $1,000 anymore in the weeklies. That's just kind of where we're settled in now, late 2023. Chrono Trigger was an 8.0. Oh, Chrono Trigger was an 8.0, going for $900. Harvest Moon a 7.0 there, going for $720. GoldenEye was the number 4 item of the auction. 9.2 A+ Player's Choice. $528. And the Zelda 4 Swords. VJ85 Big Box. $528. Tied with Pokemon White version 2. 9.8 A++. $528. That's the higher end of the auction, right? We only had 6 items go over $500 today. Only 1 item over 1,000. On the other side of the auction, we have 2 items actually at the lowest point of the auction. Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone, 9.2 complete in box. Cast a spell to make all the value disappear on Harry Potter. And Xevious, 9.4A on Game Boy Advance. Classic NES series. Both of them sold for $31. That is a $2 bid plus the $29 minimum. Whew. Not great on those two tonight. Click on Harry. Harry deserves it. 31 smackaronis for Harry Potter. I tell ya. But coming up on Thursday, we actually do have something good. It's going to be a good auction. It's going to be an interesting auction, an exciting auction. There's high grade stuff. We have, where the heck is it now? The Sega Showcase. Ages of Sega Showcase auction. 237 games. It's a big fucking auction of Sega stuff. So the highest bid right now is sitting on the Mortal Kombat 9.8 A++, NBA Jam 9.8 A++, Factory Sealed Panzer Dragoon Saga, Panzer Dragoon, Magic Knight Ray Earth 9.6 A++, The Terminator on Game Boy, Altered Beast on Master System, Original Art for Streets of Rage 2, 9.8 A+, Shining Force 3. It's a genuinely good Sega auction. If you're into Sega shit, you should browse this auction, see what's coming up. There's genuinely good stuff. So, something for you guys to look forward to there. And then I believe next week we have the Japanese showcase. So, big things coming up. Then we're leading into the signature auction early November. We have the Sega showcase, Japanese showcase, signature auction, all coming up in the next month. It's going to be good. Going to be some excitement. We'll probably have some fireworks. Definitely going to be more interesting than some of these weeklies have been. And Philatelic there, Philatelic Distributors Limited with the 20 New Zealand dollars, I believe. Damn, dude, much appreciated. There it is. Much appreciated. Thank you. Thanks for your help saying it's a little rarer than normal. Yeah, absolutely. Congrats on the Minecraft win, and that's very generous of you. Much appreciated. No, the auction's over, Simon. The auction's over. You can all go home now. Hopefully you guys come out on Thursday. Have a good night, everybody. Have a good night. Appreciate the donations. Appreciate you being in the chat. Hit the like button. Join the Discord. All that good stuff. Talk to you guys on Thursday. Good night. Good night, everybody. Oh, have a good night, guys. Oh, you too. Have a good night. No, have a good night. Good night, guys. See you later. All right.